Hi everyone, I'm Scott Hoshida and I'll be your English 5 teacher for the semester. Just a quick introduction, you probably can read my letter online. I have been teaching at Berkeley City College for about a year and a half, and I've been teaching a lot before that. I've done about 2 years of online teaching, and I'm constantly trying to change things up because it's not easy to make a really dynamic interactive site. So this is the first time I'm doing video, and hopefully you enjoy this little show. Um, some things about my teaching that if you had my class in person is that I love to do interactive group activities, because I think that you discover as much from interacting with people and talking that you do writing papers for me. And I try to model that here by having a lot of discussion groups, a lot of different ways you can interact. And the first major paper, the Google paper, is going to be a joint paper actually. So hopefully that will work. I have some tools that you'll be using that are online that I think will be kind of fun, and you'll be writing papers together. And the goal of it is not necessarily to bring the top writers down or to raise up the weaker writers, but to help make explicit how people write papers and how you put things together. You'll be judged for your participation and all that kind of stuff. Let's see, what did I want to talk about? Some important things. Discussion is really important, so spend some time being serious about your discussions. Make sure that you're polite, like say hello everyone or hello so-and-so if you're responding to someone. And make sure you sign your name so they know who you are. Try to be friendly. I'm going to try to use emoticons as much as I can, because I realize that because we can't express emotion in person, you have to kind of do it with some kind of text-like messages or email type of stuff. And I'm not used to using emoticons. I hate them. But I think for this class it might be useful. A couple of things. Online education is tougher. And until it becomes really something that I've done over and over again and other people have done over and over again, and it becomes a craft that a lot of teachers kind of work on and talk about, I think it's tougher because you are each sitting alone at your computers, and it can be very isolating. There's a lot more work to do, so it can feel much more overwhelming. For instance, if I was to give a discussion in my in-person class, I'd say, okay, talk for 10 minutes about this topic and come up with some questions, and then we'll bring it back to the whole class, and we'll have a whole group discussion after that. But in an online class, I'd have you read something and then post a paragraph and post questions and then post replies. And so it's a lot of reading and writing, which can be overwhelming to students who are not used to it. So if you're not a strong writer and not a strong worker or a hard worker, this class can feel a little bit much. So I warn you now, if you feel like you don't qualify for those things, that you should really think seriously about maybe taking an in-person class. If you decide to do it, I think it can be fun and it can be lots of great stuff. Let's see. Here's a couple things. Here's a book. This is the one book. It is the 6th edition. Where does that say, 6th edition? Right, oh, you probably can't see that. Oh, 6th edition. Writing Logically, Thinking Critically. We will use this book a lot. It's expensive, but it's important. You can use other editions, but some of the exercises will be different. So you want to maybe buy a book with someone else or something like that. The second book is They Say, I Say. And you can buy any edition, but this is I think the first one is the cheapest. You should be able to get this online. I don't know if I think I have copies of these in the library too. So these are the only 2 books you'll need. You'll be doing a lot of research online, a lot of research out in the world, because I believe that critical thinking is not just about sitting and reading text. That's a large part of it, but it will also be about you doing research out in things that you care about, on issues you care about, talking to other people, doing experiences that you couldn't do in the classroom, and that's how it's going to happen. Last thing is I'm going to do not these video chats so much as Gcast. Gcast are where you'll see a shot of my screen, and then you can hear me talk over those things. So I'll be walking you through a website. You'll see a Gcast up pretty soon. All right, welcome everyone. Happy New Year, and I look forward to seeing you, your photo, and your introduction pretty soon.